Hello everyone and welcome back to The Blurb.
As you might have noticed, we're in a new location to start the show.
Yeah, well, with Oscars, it'll do that to you. Making Ken feel like Hollywood, this is The Blurb.
As you may have heard, the 92nd Academy Awards took place on Sunday night.
We're here with a rundown of everything you need to know.
First off, we'll give it away, the big one, Best Picture, Parasite.
Yes.
Favorite moment.
It came home with 4 Oscars, including Best Director, Best Original Screenplay, Best International Feature, and Best Picture.
Yes, it was a big deal because it was the first international film to win Best Picture.
And that's really exciting because the Oscars have faced a lot of controversy in the last few years, particularly because of the lack of diversity in their nominations. This year, only Cynthia Erivo was the only person of color nominated in the major acting categories, and there's always stuff about diversity. But to see a foreign film take home Best Picture, and a foreign film that it doesn't matter where it came from, that movie was the best movie I've ever seen in my life, best movie nominated amongst all of the other nominees, and it was a tough pool, so it was really great to see the sleeper hit Parasite bring it home. If you haven't seen it, I totally 10 million % recommend seeing it.
Also, the way they turned off the lights in you explain it, you know better than me, but.
I don't, whatever. So next we saw Joaquin Phoenix take home lead actor for his role as the Joker in Joker.
And it was no surprise since he came home with the Golden Globe for the same category.
There wasn't as many surprises during the Oscars
Yeah, the only real surprise was Parasite, but Joaquin Phoenix won every single award show leading up to the Oscars. He won for his role in Joker, which I think it was well-deserved. He worked really hard.
Yes.
He's the kind of guy that, like, you always see people who do, like, those, he really becomes that character. Like, he changes his weight and, like, he changes his mannerisms.
The Joker was disturbing in the best way.
Yeah,
like, straight
exactly.
disturbing.
And in his speech, he spoke a lot about, he's done that a lot in his speeches this award season, talking about climate activism and promoting sustainability and kind of calling Hollywood out for their hypocrisy a little bit in talking about, like, the environment and stuff.
He
So
spoke about the lack of diversity as well in a couple of his speeches.
yeah, it was pretty cool to see somebody, like, using their platform. I like when people do that, when they use their platform to, like, vocalize stuff. And he practices what he preaches too. Like, he's not just saying, oh, you guys suck. He's also saying, like, I'm gonna try to be better too, and I'm gonna try to make a difference, which I think is important.
For sure.
Lead actress was Miss Renee Zellweger for her role as Judy Garland in Judy.
None of us saw this movie, but we assume that she did a good job.
And in interviews and stuff, Renee Zellweger has spoken a lot about how Judy, like, playing her was super transformative, one of the greatest roles she's ever had the privilege to play. And to see her win an award for portraying someone as special as Judy Garland, it's just like a moment.
Yeah, and I know we were just talking about good speeches, but hers was interesting.
I get it. Like,
She was overwhelmed.
yeah,
with the excitement.
Oscars were literally 3 hours long, so, like, it was like 3 hours and a half. So she was really, towards the end of the ceremony, she's tired. I get it, girl.
Yeah, to be
But-
fair, I would, like, panic
Yeah.
and maybe pass out.
I probably would too.
yeah.
But supporting actor, the first award announced of the night went home to Brad Pitt for Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. And he also, everybody saw that coming.
Yeah.
But he was really sweet. In his speech, he talked about, he said at the end, he was like, really, once upon a time in Hollywood, like, I had this dream as a kid. It was really sweet. But also in his speech, he took the opportunity to call out the Senate. He said, I only have 45 seconds up here to talk, but that's 45 more seconds than the Senate gave John Bolton this past week. So
Yeah.
it's quite the statement that he made.
Yeah, it was
A little more aggressive than Joaquin Phoenix. Well, aggressive in a different way. But the end of his speech was really sweet.
It was
when
more
he
like
talked
a
about
oh snap moment, you know?
Yes.
that. Now, supporting actress,
Laura Dern.
the greatest,
What
one of
an
my
angel.
favorite moments
I
of my
love
whole
her
life. Laura
so
Dern,
much.
she was so good in Little Women. She
Oh,
was so
loved her
good in
in
Marriage
Little
Story, and I think the acting in Marriage Story is what made it so good.
Yeah, it was a
And
character
I
film.
gotta say, Laura Dern was my favorite performance in
Yes.
Marriage Story because
And-
she was so real. Not that the other two weren't, but the dialogue that their monologue, like when they were all fighting,
Yes,
like I didn't
it
like
was-
that as much as I liked Laura Dern sitting down, taking that blazer off in court, and she said, "Here I am,
It was
everyone."
so well deserved.
Yeah.
It was a long time coming.
Yeah.
What's
for her.
crazy about her is how long she was blacklisted and just the comeback she
Yes,
has had.
she's
you
had
know,
a
Like Laura
in the
Dern's back,
industry.
she's here to stay. Got that Oscar for her 53rd B-Day, and she's not stopping.
Yes.
Love her. I can't wait to see what she does
love
next.
her.
And she dedicated her Oscar to her parents, which
Which
are
was awesome.
they're both
Sweet.
actors, and it was such a sweet moment. She said something about like they say never meet your heroes, but some people like me are lucky enough to have their heroes as their parents.
Yeah, that
Same
just kills
here.
me.
Love you, parents.
She's my favorite.
And one of my favorite moments of the night, Best Director
Love
went to
him.
Bong Joon-ho.
I developed some kind of crush on him
Yes,
watching him
I
during
love
the
him
show.
so much. He directed Parasite, which again, best movie I've ever seen. # Bong High for life. And it was a really, really competitive category. Martin
Oh.
Scorsese, Quentin Tarantino, like, and he shouted both of them out in his
Yeah.
speech. He said, "You
Everyone's
guys inspire me. Like,
Which-
I'm up here because of the films that you guys have made."
Which shows how humble and like grateful he truly is. Like he's just, I don't know what
He
to
And
say
cracked
then
some
about him.
jokes. He
In
was so
another
good.
interview, he goes, "Oh, like I don't care that much about the Oscars. They're so local because they're such like an American thing." But
Yeah, and he's so
he broke the
international.
mold, and hopefully now the Oscars are something that anyone from anywhere can be awarded for. It took, I don't know what the heck took so long for people to recognize that good films come from not just America. And I know the Oscars started out as like a very like American award ceremony, but Roma last year also kicked butt. It was so
Which
good.
direct-
So
Best Director.
and
yeah.
when at the Golden Globes, he said something. Once you get past that 1-inch barrier of subtitles, your eyes are open to a whole new world of cinema. And I am so thankful that I went into Parasite not knowing anything about it. And when it started off, the subtitles were there. I was like, oh no, like, I don't know how I'm gonna do with these. I had absolutely no issue with them. It was amazing.
No,
He also won for Best Screenplay. Again, Best International Feature. They actually changed the name of that this year. It was Best Foreign Film in the past, but now it's Best International Feature. And another historic moment was Taika Waititi winning Best Adapted Screenplay for Jojo Rabbit.
Yes, the first Indigenous person to win an Oscar. Which is
And in
big.
his speech, he talked about like if you're an Indigenous kid out there, someone like you could be winning an Oscar. He was the first Indigenous person to win any Oscar, so that's exciting. Again, like we always hear people talking about, even in the opening number, they said Oscar's so white, and yeah, but I
There's some
love seeing like, even though these are like small steps, they're steps
Yeah.
nonetheless, and like maybe in future ceremonies it'll get even more diverse.
Very similar point I was about to make. Like at least we're seeing
Something.
progress. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, when
Yeah.
it comes to award shows like that, like most award shows are dominated
Yeah.
by white.
But not
But-
anymore, girls. Bong Joon-ho's coming for our
Yeah,
votes. But
exactly.
the Oscars did have the lowest viewership in history last night. It was only like 26 million, whereas just like 6 or 7 years ago it was at 40 million. So
We need
it's
to
a
work
little
on that
rough.
next
We do,
year.
but I hope that seeing Parasite win will not only inspire like people from other countries to watch, but just people to open their eyes again to like all the cool stuff that people are making. Because you can kind of get tired of just like hearing about the Oscars or like, oh, the Oscars, yada yada, let all the film nerds talk about it forever. But there is something for everyone at the Oscars. Like there's war movies, there's like comedies, there's documentaries. There's literally, you can find anything nominated.
Yeah, and like you said, the thing is, like, not saying every director makes their stuff differently, but I'm saying directors that are produced by the US are not going to make the same thing by directors that are produced in other countries. You're
Yeah.
opening yourself up to a whole new creativity, and I think
I agree
as the years
completely.
go on, hopefully it only gets better in that
Yes.
regard. But
Yes, what a wonderful sentiment. Now stay tuned. When we come back, we will debate if Valentine's Day is fun or sad for singles.
Connect to your next and prepare for the fair by attending a drop-in session Monday through Friday in various locations on the Kent campus to get your resume reviewed, practice your elevator pitch, and learn how to research organizations attending the fair. You can also stop by the Career Closet in Swartz 262 right above admissions to pick out free professional attire to dress your best on the day of the fair. For more information about the drop-in session schedule or the career fair, please visit kent.edu/career or register in the Handshake app.
See on page 4 that the projections need to be blood. Next Thursday?
Seriously? Thursday? Can't do that.
This is really inconvenient.
I have yoga that day.
I have no time for this.
So,
I can't do Thursday, but I can do Friday. Disasters don't plan ahead. You can. Talk to your loved ones about how you're going to be ready in an emergency. Don't wait. Communicate.
Patriotism. It inspires passionate debate, and it's worn like a badge of honor with good reason. Because it means love and devotion for one's country. But what really makes up this country of ours? It's the people. To love America is to love all Americans. This year, patriotism shouldn't just be about pride of country. It should be about love. Love beyond age, sexuality, disability, race, religion, and other labels. Because love has no labels.
Every day across America, excess food is gathered by a network of good people at local food banks, giving hope to millions of children who struggle with hunger. They've earned their wings, and you can too. Together, we can solve child hunger. Support Feeding America and your local food bank at feedingamerica.org.
Valentine's Day is fast approaching us, so we thought we should debate if this holiday is absolutely lovely or downright repulsive. So, my side is, I'm on the side that I like Valentine's Day, okay?
And we don't think it's downright repulsive, but we think it's slightly overrated. That's what we've decided.
Yeah, slightly overrated.
Slight,
is the
the
best
quick
term
slight.
to describe that.
I just don't understand why do people not like it? Like, what's the point of not liking it? It's not like it's, yeah, it's just
supposed to
it's just another day.
It's fun, but that's what I'm saying. It's just another day.
Yeah, but it's just it's a day that, I don't know, I just feel like it's one time that like you actually should do something for the person. Like,
and I'm gonna cut you off.
But
right there.
here,
Wait, no.
Okay, go ahead.
Here's the thing, because if it's one day to do something special, you have to do something. If you're in a relationship, you need to do something special for your partner every single day.
Yeah. Give me a break.
Not give Valentine's Day a special, special like
pass. Every day.
Be like, I'm gonna treat my girlfriend, I'm gonna treat my boyfriend with like flowers and candy. Do that every single day with your partner.
Yeah, but this is the time you get them jewelry or something. You get them like extra
Get them
flowers. You go
anniversary.
the extra mile.
Get that for your anniversary.
Just
Do
like
it for
birthdays,
both.
any other holidays, every other day. So we just have a holiday to also appreciate love.
Yeah.
I don't think so. So
I just have to know, when you're in a relationship, does that person give you something every single day of your?
That's
do they
not.
give you something every
We've
single
decided
day?
it puts too much pressure to do something
Too
on
much
that
pressure.
day.
So you're twisting our words. No. We think that you need to treat someone the same way you're going to be treated on Valentine's Day.
Right, you're not wrong.
Every single
You're not
day.
wrong.
Yeah, you can get gifts.
you're not
You can
wrong.
get gifts and stuff like that. But sometimes people are just like, oh, and also you have to like out gift like every single year. It's like that's not right. And it's like for partners it puts very how do you say it? Very
Pressure?
Pressure, a lot of pressure. Thank you. She's talking for us. A lot of pressure is being like wanting up gifts, and like that's not what it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be about loving.
It's about your love.
We think it's supposed to be about loving.
Love everyone.
Everyone, not
have a fun day
love
to
the singles, love your friends, love your families. Do something special for all of your
It is.
loved
My
ones.
mom buys me Valentine's Day gifts all the time. I buy
There we
my mom
go.
one
There
every
you
year.
go.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of feeling like we're coming to it.
An
agreement. This is not a debate.
I was gonna say, just
Either.
just
Just
a
one
little,
day.
and like you would get the candies and pass out the candies to
Yeah.
everyone. I feel like it's just
You
a
made
way
the
to
shoe
have
boxes, you put
fun
the candy in.
It's a fun thing.
It's just
Love
one
each
day
other.
to go the extra mile.
So do you
That's
guys
all
like
it is.
not agree with the fact that like Valentine's Day should just be like, a thing? Like what is
Maybe
like
just slightly overrated. We're
slightly
not. We're
overrated?
saying it's good. Just
Do you guys think? Why do you guys think it's like such a good holiday
Just
instead
because
of being?
I just feel like it's just, sure, you should feel special every day, but there's just one day where it's like, okay, like, oh, like
Just like
you know what I'm
that
saying? It's just-
anniversary. We just got like
it's
an
an
extra
anniv- yeah,
day
just
to add
one
on.
more
Sweetest
anniversary.
day.
But there's also
Sweetest
365 days for you to do that. Not
Whatever.
just
If you
Valentine's
buy
Day.
your girlfriend every single day a
Give love
gift,
for the
then-
give love for the singles though.
There we go.
Honestly,
Yeah.
self-love Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Go big or
see?
go home.
Valentine's Day.
Honestly,
It's not only for couples.
love your friends, love your family. Do something. Here's my little thing. Do something good for every single person in your life. That's my little
you
dare.
go.
My
That's
triple
good.
dog dare for you. Do something for your
Triple
best
dog
friends,
dare.
for your
Not
best
just
friends,
double.
for your loved ones.
Yeah.
Do something
Good.
that you love for someone that you love. So
Yeah.
that's my little tip
I
for
agree.
you. So stick around because when we come back, Kent students take over Shelby and Caroline's Tinder. You won't want to miss it.
I love
Can we get strawberries?
Okay.
I adopted Bento in 2010 from a shelter. As it turns out, we have very similar personalities. And this cat makes me make art because he's always motivating me to take pictures of him, to draw pictures of him. He just is motivating artistically. It's just that simple. Well, he's my best friend, but a lot of people know him as Keyboard Cat.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.
Welcome back, I'm Shelby.
And I'm Caroline. In the spirit of Valentine's Day, we decided to let the students of Kent State control our Tinders and maybe even find us a date. Check it out.
Let's get swiping.
Yeah, Shelby needs a boyfriend, so we're gonna hook her up. How do you feel about glasses?
You know, sometimes like when a guy doesn't tell me they have glasses and then you find out they wear glasses, it's like, why didn't you tell me that? Because that was a very important piece of information I need to know. I like how you're really considering all of these options.
You do have to take it all into consideration, all the pictures, the bio. You just have to look at it all. He wants to get out of his comfort zone. Maybe you'll be that for him. Plays lacrosse, we're gonna swipe right.
Wait, I know her.
Oh, not interested in hookups. Well, nope. This one's just for fun. We're not taking this one seriously.
As you should with Tinder.
Exactly.
So we're changing the bio
for a serious, in capital letters, serious relationship.
No.
Would like you to know I have a foot fetish and I love peanut butter.
Hey, do you like peanut butter?
Check my bio.
Ew, please swipe left. I'm
Swipe left on that
scared.
one.
No. We're gonna like immediately unmatch.
Her bio is, I'm a horse girl, I love to ride. Do you like horse girls? Winky face. Oh, Christmas party, he looks like he has friends at least. I need $10 to help Australia. Okay.
For every match?
Yeah! Oh, we matched! $10 to help Australia! Damien, no profile picture. No chance. Oh, he is tall.
How tall is he? Wait.
Look at that flex.
Swipe right.
Guess how many secrets I have? If so, I can tell you a secret.
What kind of secret?
Interesting.
He was typing something we just unmatched.
Ruthless. The dating game. Can't play at the big dog, you better stay on the porch.
I'm gonna get you hooked up, don't worry. Josh looks pretty neat. He does shave his legs, and he's got a pretty clean nostril. You know what that face is. Yeah, shirtless mirror pics are a no-go. But Miller Lite's alright.
Yeah, so it's blue, which means he super likes me.
Oh my gosh.
What are your thoughts on super likes?
We're gonna super like him right back, because that could be love.
He just wanted to talk about my cat.
Yeah, he does.
This is really Nacho.
You have a nacho? If not, this is Nacho Girl.
I don't know, sir. I have a cat.
Yeah, right. Yeah, just keep telling yourself that.
Caroline, I didn't find a man,
No.
but did you? Did someone catch your eye?
Well, okay, the nacho joke actually went over pretty well for me, which I was surprised by. Yeah, but he wasn't cute, so I didn't respond.
Okay, so did someone else catch your eye then?
You know who did kind of catch my eye? He was pretty cute. He was pretty funny. That Mike guy that took over my Tinder.
Oh.
He was cute.
You like Mike? Did you get his number?
No, I should have.
Oh, well, Mike, if you're watching this,
Oh, no.
you definitely should follow Caroline on Instagram.
No.
Yes.
I mean, yes, but don't embarrass me.
I think he should.
I don't know. So did you find someone into horse girls?
Someone did message me
Someone
about
did message you about that. How'd that go?
Not good.
I didn't think it would.
Yeah. So, you know, better luck next year. I
Better
guess.
luck next year? Hey, we're gonna do it next year. We have another year left of it.
That's true.
Yep. Third year in a row.
Third year's a charm.
Do you think you're gonna find someone
I'm gonna
next year?
find love next year.
I hope you do.
I do too. Well, stay tuned. When we come back, we'll be playing Love 'em or Leave 'em.
From this angle, it all makes a star.
I'm a teacher. Let me tell you what I make. I make learning a privilege, not a chore.
Show up
And frustration, a tool, not an obstacle. I make working hard seem easy. And giving up, impossible.
And then we're gonna turn on the lights and everybody look up.
I make an old subject feel like a fresh thought.
What's your reaction gonna be? Yeah, exactly.
And unconventional methods
Okay, what else?
common.
This is their world.
There's nothing.
And then they die. Go ahead, go, go, go.
I'm a teacher. I make more.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Todd's a great guy. I mean, look at him. What a sweetheart. Attaboy. Wait, Todd, what are you doing? How totally selfish and un-Todd-like of you. Come on, Todd. Come on, man.
Hey guys, welcome back. Now since our whole episode is about Valentine's Day, we thought it would be fun to see if we all could choose love or leave if our significant others did these things. Now let's check it out. Okay, so first things first. What about if they have already dated your sibling?
Boy, bye.
Yeah, like, is that even a question?
But I imagine
I feel like that's not even a question. Like, could you imagine
Awkwardness in
kissing the boy your
family.
sister kissed?
No,
Goodbye.
absolutely
Goodbye.
not.
Like a straight goodbye.
Maybe if they dated them in like 4th grade and then they were like, you know, like one of those situations would be different. But if it was like a long-term relationship, then no. But if it
I
was
guess
like,
that's true. I mean, actually, now that we say it, one of my best friends' sister dated this boy, maybe what, 5th grade, 6th grade, and then she dated him for
That
4
doesn't
years
count,
in like high
though.
school. So I guess that's true.
I feel like
It
you're
is still
so
kind of
young.
sus.
Under those circumstances.
Yeah. Okay, so what about if they were to have a Tinder?
you definitely leave them if they.
Absolutely not. That is so sus.
What do you
Like,
mean, how
yeah.
serious?
What if you just started dating and they just like forgot to
You
delete
don't know what they're
it?
doing.
But
Like,
Caroline,
If they're like actively
Yeah.
using their Tinder while you guys are like a thing, that's
you
weird.
can't
I
tell
feel
that.
like,
them.
yeah, I
You
don't
can't
know.
tell
I
if
feel
they're
like
actively
if
using
they
it.
have
Like, if they,
Tinder
like,
on your
are
phone,
Tinder,
bye.
If they're on Tinder, if you see it on their phone, like that's like you. That's at least a conversation you
cheating.
could have.
Yeah, like bye. Immediate bye. I'm sorry.
I would
you
also
do need
say
to delete it.
immediate
What you
bye.
say, boy, bye.
Because you don't know
boy,
what they're
bye.
doing.
Yeah.
That is true.
Yeah. No, I agree.
That's valid. Okay.
So the next one is, what if they are friends with your ex?
Okay, that's a tough situation. I feel
It's
like
so
it's very
strange.
different. Like, Like, it depends on the relationship that they had with their ex.
No, it says
your
friends with your ex.
Your ex.
I think it depends.
Like my ex.
I feel like it depends
still.
your relationship that you have with your ex currently. Also, how good friends they are with your ex, and
I
also
agree.
were you friends with them before
Yeah.
they were friends with your ex?
I feel like there
Or
is a
like,
chance
there's
for
a lot of
love.
factors
There's
here.
a chance for love.
There's a lot of weird
There's a
factors
thing
here.
with, like, girl code and boy code, but
Right.
this ain't it.
They would know I would be unhappy though.
I just,
you
but
know
if
I
it's
don't
with
like
your
that.
ex-
Yeah.
friends with your
generally
That would
maybe not.
make it.
If you guys are like best friends, like if you guys are on great standards with your ex and like that relationship formed from your friendship with your ex, then what are you gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because like, there's a big time out of 10 that your friends, I mean your ex's friends, you come on, you had a little something with one of them.
No, but
Come on,
sometimes
give me a
friends with
break.
exes,
I feel like
like,
you
that's
can't.
like.
You know what I'm saying?
write it
Just
off
in
I would
case.
be
completely,
rolling
but I
my
think
eyes like,
you have
oh,
to
you're gonna hang
assess
out
the
with
situation.
them.
There's a situation and you have to see what it is.
You have to think, feel it
I'd
out.
be dramatic about
100%.
it.
Of course you would. Always dramatic.
All right, now what if they are friends with their ex?
Okay, this is what I was getting at. So it depends on the relationship they had when they were dating them, and then like how they became like a couple. I think those are like two factors to consider. If like if they're
How they
still
became
friends.
a couple?
Like if they were friends before they started dating, and then like they're still friends like after they dated, then I feel like that's fine because like they were first friends. Does that make sense?
It makes sense.
I just think like if they're just, I don't know. I mean, I don't see an issue with it as long as they're not like
They could have made better friends than
There's
lovers.
good
you
ways to
know?
break up.
And,
There's
like,
good
you
ways
can
to
just-
break up.
yeah.
You can be friends with someone
a
after.
lot
I
of
definitely
mature
believe
adults,
that.
I think, are
I
capable
don't
of
know.
it. I can't relate,
sketchy.
but I feel
know.
like people do it.
For me, if you're still hanging
They wouldn't be
around,
hanging out alone.
No.
Let me tell you.
No,
I'm telling you,
that
if they
would
were
be
hanging out
a
with
really
them,
tough
that's
situation
different.
for me.
That's different if they're actually hanging out.
If they're hanging out alone, that's a little strange.
Under my supervision.
Then I'm like, leave them.
Right. Well, what about if they have no social media?
That's sketchy on a different level.
That is
and
sketchy.
You're gonna like.
Leave
I kind of like that.
Listen,
I don't
If they
mind.
don't put-
I kind of like that. If, like they're
Yeah.
like
I'm
you
not
can
mad about
kind of
it.
do whatever you want then in a
get
sense.
it.
Wait,
But
but
that's a
okay,
different
you don't
You know what I'm
Can I say
saying?
something?
No, but you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to worry
Go,
about it.
But what
Joey.
if they don't have social media because they like they're hiding something if they don't have social media because everyone has social
I
media.
know
I
a
don't
lot
think
of
that's
no,
true. I
I
think
know
a
a
lot
lot
of
of people
especially
who
men.
don't. I know
A
some
lot
people
of
that
men
really
are
have
just
Any
not
form of
interested.
it, like
What if they
any
kill the
form
man?
of it.
No, a lot of men are just
That
not
is a
into
little
social
weird.
I
media.
guess you're
I don't
right.
think it's weird.
Not
think
even a
Instagram,
Facebook to update your
Oh
grandma.
yeah.
Like,
No, I'm only thinking Instagram.
At least have an Instagram. At least have an
I
Instagram.
think at
A
least have a
Facebook,
Twitter.
I think would be. I think a Facebook would be the bare minimum.
I don't know. I feel like
Facebook.
everyone
For
should
your
have Twitter.
grandma.
Facebook. That's a brand.
My
Instagram,
friend,
you don't have to
my
have
friend is
Instagram.
dating someone who only has a LinkedIn.
Well, then he's not a murderer if he has a LinkedIn.
Ellie, he's professional.
That's good enough.
He's
Yeah.
very professional.
And
We
like,
love a
professional.
professional.
and like
man.
everyone should have
spells
Snapchat.
his name with the
Business
Hands
only.
down,
Eric with the
every
K.
single person should have Snapchat. Don't you think?
Oh yeah.
I
yeah.
barely use mine,
That's
but like
for Tinder
sure.
stuff. Like if
You
you need to.
do.
Barely.
You
If
know.
you don't have a Snapchat, then you're not real. You're catfishing.
Right.
me.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. All right, well, that's all for this week. Be sure to have a great Valentine's Day, and if you're single, I'm sorry. And be sure to follow us at TV2 The Blurb. Good night, Portage County.
We'd do anything for kids. Yet 1 in 6 children in the U.S. struggle with hunger. Help end childhood hunger near you. Learn how at feedingamerica.org.
I see you mobbing over her. Let's go. Let's mob. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, we mobbing. Come on, girl. Let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl. Hey, let's crawl. Hey, yo, let's crawl.
There's a shelter pet who wants to meet you. Meet one today. Visit theshelterpetproject.org. Adopt.